Hi, I'm Peggy. I'm Bud's wife. Bud and I have been together for 41 years. We've been married 30. We dated 11. We have 6 children. We have 2 daughters and 4 sons. I met Bud when I was very, very young at a restaurant that I worked at, and we started going out, and I knew he owned a septic tank business, but I never dreamed I would be on the pumping truck on the weekends. Yes, I helped my husband Bud pump tanks on the weekends. The business was very, very small, but now it has grown to be very big. My 2 sons, Michael runs the septic tank business. My other son, Pete, runs the Redi-Mix business. And I'm very proud of my family for what they do. My daughter, Tammy, she's the office manager. She has a lot of really hard work to do to take care of all these girls. We're very proud of all of our employees. They are very good, they're hardworking, they're very caring, and I still work for the business at night. I answer our business phone for the septic tank Monday through Thursday. People are very shocked when they call at night and somebody really answers the phone. They're amazed that we have a real person answering the phone. I am very proud of my family, very, very proud of them. And I'm very proud of my husband for being in the business for 50 years.
Yeah, probably from 8 or 9 years old, I was always involved in spending time around the office and going on job sites and riding different trucks, whether it be pump trucks or trucks that install septic tanks. He had been involved and been around it all my life. From graduating on a Saturday to starting full-time on a Monday. And it was a pretty fast process of getting involved in operations and taking on responsibilities. I felt like probably within the first 3 to 5 years, all the responsibility was on me. Even though we still always had constant communication, his involvement in day-to-day was greatly reduced in this aspect of the business. The most important piece is the relationship that we have. Myself and Dad have a conversation every day. That's generally how I start my workday is having a conversation with him about what we have going on and what our schedule looks like and things to come. I can't say enough about what he's meant to me personally and professionally. He's been my mentor. I didn't get the chance to go to college, but I feel like I've learned more from him than I would have if I had went to college. He's a visionary. I mean, he was always very engaged in his business and always was looking to get that competitive edge. From buying concrete and pouring septic tanks. He's buying concrete from local producers and dealing with issues daily on service or quality, and made a decision to get in the Redi-Mix business, really to self-supply and maybe do some other customers, and that business took off, and in 1996 went from just pouring septic tanks to doing other precast and expanding that product line. But he's always had a good eye for seeing the business go forward. A lot of great employees have made the company successful as it is today. Wouldn't be possible without all of the hard work that's put in by all of the employees in all divisions. That's what's made us who we are, and it's been a great run as we sit here today and look back at the 50 years. I know it's been important to him as he's kind of looked at this 50-year mark and in the last 5 years as it being something that very important for him to see, and in hopes that we can take it on for the next 50 years. And I hope that I've done my part in continuing to do what he's done.
I have been working here for 13 years. My family owns the company. When I was young, we had the septic tank division, which was a very small company at that time. I think we had 1 truck. All of my siblings at one time or another have worked in the company throughout the years. When I was a child, we all basically had some responsibilities in the company. That was before we had cell phones and call forwarding. Everyone had to arrange their schedules around who was going to be home to answer the phone, the company phone, because our business was a 24/7. So my siblings and I would often rotate that on the weekends and the evenings to ensure that someone was there to take the customer calls. My dad was real adamant about the company being a 24/7 and someone answering the phone at all times. So that's what we did. I love being able to see my dad every day he comes through. My mom's a part of the family, part of the family company as well. It's actually, I enjoy my job. I love my work family. I love the employees that are here. I think they are truly one of the reasons why the company is where it is today, because they are 100% committed to the company the same as we are. And I think that's what makes it successful. The company has grown tremendously over the last 40 years, more so probably in the last 5. And I think that is due to the enormous amount of drive that my younger brother has. He reminds me a lot of my parents. He is not settled for anything, for less, I should say. He always wants bigger and better. And I think with that drive, that has caused the company to really expand into what it is today. And I certainly don't see him stopping anytime soon.
What's so special about 50 Years at Nights is because one man started it all alone. And, you know, it has just grown and he's just made it grow. And then his son came aboard and helped him make it grow. The people here, Pete, Tammy, Mr. Bud, Miss Peggy, all of them have just been truly amazing. And they have supported me 100%. And I can't imagine ever leaving here. I plan on retiring here. So it's just, I love it.
I started in March of 1990. It was going to be a temporary thing. Michael's wife was pregnant and was about to pop any time. And I came in about, I guess, maybe a month before she was born, just, you know, to fill in and help her out, do what I had to do, you know. Then it was only going to be temporary. I was in the old shop back then. It was me and Donna and Michael and Bud. And then the pump trucks, and then the installer. Then Bud started making his own tanks because we were buying them from the concrete companies, you know, the local concrete companies. They'd bring us concrete for the forms, and we were making our own tanks. And then Bud got to the point where he said, the hell with them, you know, the other concrete companies, and he made his own concrete company, you know. I saw the Precast division get made, you know, the trucking division, everything. And everything has just grown, and Bud has made it grow. 29 years later, I'm still here, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
91, when I met Mr. Knight, we hit it off because of, like I said, our work ethics. He liked, you know, quality and efficiency and things done right, and he liked plumb and square and straight, and those were some of my, you know, my favorite categories also in building. But again, like I said, it was for the first 5 years of our relationship and working, it was a love-hate. We had those qualities that we loved, but at the same time, he hated my my lifestyle. You know, not never knowing whether I was going to be there the next day or not. In fall of 1996, through a tragic accident of Miss Ethel, Bud's mama, there was a life-changing event for me after her funeral. You see, Miss Ethel, she had such a sweet spirit in the times that I talked to her, because she lived right there on the property with Mr. Bud. There was just something that I seen in her. And then when I come home that one fall day from a job, and there was just a cloud over the job, and we found out there had been a tragic accident and her life had been taken. And then they planned the funeral, and during that planning that they found her eulogy she had written in her Bible. When they read that eulogy, I was sitting in the back of the church funeral chapel, and it was within days after that, you know, when she shared in there the gospel of Jesus Christ, that, you know, that she wanted everyone to hear that, her friends and family, and to know that if they didn't accept Jesus Christ, that they would be separated from her in eternity in a place called the devil's hell instead of in heaven where she wanted them to be. That, within a few weeks, my life changed, and the good Lord got a hold of my heart, and as he did, and my desires changed, my lifestyle changed, and within, I'd say, 5 months. So Mr. Knight really took a notice of this, and he sat down one day at lunch with me, and he told me that he didn't know exactly how to describe my change, but with the way the track that I was on, that he wanted to get into the precast business full time. And this was in spring of '97. And he says he wanted me to run, to start up Knight's Precast. And I told him at the time, I said I didn't even know how to spell precast, but one thing led to another. I accepted the challenge, and he's been a man of his word, and threw it together. We started Knight's, what's now formerly known as Knight's Precast. And then also the confidence that Mr. Knight put in me. Back when he had his heart attack in the late '90s, and he had to go in for open heart surgery, I think one of a life changer for me was when he called me aside before he went in for surgery. Keep in mind that Pete was really young then, and he was still in school. And anyway, he handed me, he sat me down, he said, "Chuck, I'm going to be out of commission for several weeks. This thing's got to move on." He says, "I'm going to give you this stamp with my signature on it." He says, "And I want you to look over things and take care of these checks and these bills while I'm gone." And he goes, "The only thing I ask is that you don't put your name on anything that you wouldn't put my name on." And that was a life changer for me, between what God had done in my life and the confidence that Mr. Knight put in me. I didn't take it lightly. It shaped me into the person that I am today. It's just astounding to see where we are in the footprint now. Like I said, when I started in '91, there was 13 people. And now I guess I'm thinking over 300. I don't have my finger exactly on the pulse of those numbers, but I do know that the growth has been phenomenal. I'm proud to be a part of it. Can't hardly keep up with it, but it's a challenge every day, and I appreciate the Knights and what they meant to my family and how they provided, this company has provided for the needs of my family, and allowing me to make decisions that have brought me out of my comfort zone. And it's just it's been a exciting, life-changing experience since I come aboard.
So that's one thing that makes me want to work there, because I know they're not just out for the money. They're out to do a good job, to take care of their customers. If something goes wrong, we'll go back, we'll fix it. So I think, just that in itself makes you go a long way. Like, we don't even need to advertise. It's all word of mouth. Everybody knows, call Knight Septic. That's another thing good about working for Knights. It's almost like another family. It's not just somewhere to work. I know I could call Judy, call Michael, I could call Bud, if I ever had a problem, and they'd pick up the phone and help me. I don't have any doubts about that.
Kept hearing about Knights, and Knights was growing. So in 1999, I got approached by Chuck Layton and to come over and take a look at their precast facility over on Central Avenue, and see if I would entertain the thought of coming to work for Bud Knight. After sitting down and talking with Bud, I felt like it was definitely the move that I wanted to make, as he was hungry, he was on fire. He had the right mindset to move forward with a great precast operation. We came from a 10-acre site, 1 crane rail, 2 cranes, 2 different levels pouring, septic tanks, precast manholes, precast boxes, in a very tight area with a Redi-Mix plant on site and about 20 or 25 Redi-Mix trucks on site. That 10 acres got tight real quick. We made the move over here into the Jedburgh Industrial Park, I want to say in 2006. And just going from that to where we are today, a 2-bay building with double crane rails, 25-ton crane, 15-ton cranes, a 50-ton MyJack, and to an additional crane rail. So we actually have 3 crane rails over here on approximately a 40-acre site. We're in a whole lot better shape now than we have ever been. With Pete at the helm, I think we don't see anything but more growth as we grow, as we're in a great market for the concrete industry here in Charleston.
99, 2000 was when they hired Pete Johnson, and we really got into the precast part of it. We had never poured a box. I poured the first box. I had no idea what I was doing, and I didn't do it right. The first drop inlet boxes we formed them out of plywood, and they collapsed while we were pouring them. Well, we didn't put no rebar in it. We didn't know, it's there, take it. That's not how it works. It was just a learning experience the whole way.
When I first started, I was a 14-year-old little skinny shy boy, and I didn't even know how to talk to an adult. We did everything back then. We changed flat tires, put new tubes in the tires, changed transmissions, everything. He could lay brick, he could pour concrete, he could do electrical work. He was in the heat and air conditioning business and some other things. We built the first square tank truck in the backyard there on the grass with extension cord and a drop light and his welding machine. And yes, he can weld. Just about everything I know, I learned from Bud. He's a go-getter. Everything's got to be done right. It's got to be on time. And it as perfect as it could be. He was my hero after the first day, so. It has been since then.
I've known Bud for a long time. He was a good friend, but he's really a good business person. And I don't know if we all give him credit enough for his business acumen. He wanted to get into build his own septic tanks rather than buying them. And that was going to require him to have a mixing truck. I said, well, Bud, you might as well sell ready-mix concrete to the public if you're going to have some for yourself. And I guess that's kind of how the ready-mix business got started. But that's been very successful. Then here comes Pete and Michael into the business. Michael now runs the septic tank company, and Pete runs Redi-Mix and Precast. And the thing has expanded beyond anybody's imagination. The office is neat, the grounds are neat, the facilities are neat, the equipment is neat. I think he spends a lot of time keeping it neat. It's obvious. And it's profitable. It makes money. Neat makes money. Taking care of your equipment and your grounds does produce profit. Bud's a good example of that.
When you have trucks that's out on the road and they look like these trucks do, people remember it and they want that truck to come to their house to do what we do, pumping a tank or pumping concrete. I mean, they don't want trash in their yard, they want something that looks good. And that's the reason these trucks look like they do, is because they thrive on being a very good looking company. Be neat, be clean, or be gone. They're into their business. It's not just for themselves, but for the employees to make things work, to put business out in the street, because that's how you acquire what you have, is by the employees and what they do and the way they do it. And it's very important that it's done right.
Our families were originally from a community called Knightsville, born into families that were dirt poor, worked our way to where we're at now, and Bud's did a lot better than I did. He's been very, very fortunate and very hardworking at what he's accomplished. He started off most probably with desire, hard work, and a lot of sacrifice on a good old pump truck, and look what he's generated. I mean, you know, it's a multi-million-dollar enterprise and still going and still growing, and got all the family involved, and that's a good thing. You've got 200 people employed. I mean, just that money generated to help those families, what they're putting back in the communities, got to be an outstanding help to the community. And you walk out and look at all the vehicles he's got, he's buying them from somebody. That's helping other people with jobs, gas, oil, the products he's got to use to make the products he's selling. Oh yes, I think it's been a tremendous help to the little county of Dorchester and to the community of Somerville.
Nice company, just very, very, very well known out there. So a lot of times the driver got a lot to do with it. It's hard work behind it. It's been great. I really enjoy working with Nice Company. And my thing is, I'm gonna be here until I'm gone. Yes, I really do. I really like Nice Company.
They used to call us the fly-by-night company. They said we would be in business, you know, long and stuff. We proved them wrong, but now we're one of the biggest company around. I said, "Bud, you know why the business is going good? Because you put God first."
I used to have to pick Pete up from school. That was my first job, and then go on the nights and start to work. Bud told me a long time ago, as long as he's got a business, I got a job. And him and Pete and Michael's made it right 4 times.
Every good man is a good woman behind him too. And Miss Peggy, First Lady Peggy, I think the world of her, nothing but love. And she see Bernard and oh, Bernard, and that means something to me. I just can't thank the Knight family enough, and they are the best in the world.
He will answer his phone. There ain't a time of day or night you can call that man don't answer that phone. You can text him and he won't reply. He will look at it, but he won't reply. And he won't tweet. He won't FaceTime or Snapchat, but he will answer his phone.
I've gotten to know Bud really good over the years. He's every once in a while he'll get in that little talking mood and he'll come sit in the chair in my office and tell me things about his life. We'll talk about my life, so we get a lot more in depth. I think down there we're a little more relaxed, and he'll come sit with us for a little while, and so he knows the ins and outs. He's seen me grow up. He knows, a lot of my family, and he's definitely softened up over the years, opened his heart up a lot to me.
Clean and fast and clean. It's got to be clean.
One of the things I remember about Bud was the comment made to me a number of years ago we hired a consultant to come to town to help us improve our business. And he said the perfect client is a person who seeks your advice, takes your advice, refers you to other clients, and pays their fees. And Bud's the perfect example of those attributes, because he does all those things. He's a good client.
He's a clean freak now. He's a clean freak, I promise you. But he was in one of the worst businesses you could be in to be such a clean freak.
When we start talking about Bud, you can't see nothing wrong. He always know how to treat people, care about the driver's family. You can always talk to him and stuff, about anything you need to talk to him about. If you work hard with him, he'll take care of you. A lot of drivers used to run for Bud a lot. He always used to say, "It's my way or the highway." And, he always liked, good things. I don't call him my boss, I call him my daddy.
He tells probably every one of his grandchildren that they're his favorite. Yeah, he likes everything neat. He doesn't like any crumbs on the floor. He just, every time there's a little thing on the floor, he's got to be like, pick it up.
Congratulations, Bud, on 50 years. Thank you for taking me along for the ride. I appreciate it, and here's to another 50 years.
Congratulations, Mr. Bud. I almost want to say Daddy. And congratulations to Pete and Michael. They're like a brother, and Tammy, and like a sister. I just want to say congratulations and thank you for allowing me to be part of this growth and experience in this life.
Congratulations on your 50th anniversary, Bud. I know you've been looking for this day for a long time. I'm glad I could be part of it to celebrate with you.
Congratulations, Mr. Bud and Pete, to Knight's Companies and the 50 years. I am extremely proud to be a part of the growth that has continued here at Knight's, and I hope to stay and to make you guys proud. Bud, I love you. You've been like a dad, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for everything, and good luck moving forward.
Congratulations, Bud, on 50 years of business. I appreciate the work and the respect you've given me.
I congratulate Mr. Bud for the 50 years, and Pete and Michael for what they've accomplished in in their doings, but it couldn't have happened if Mr. Bud hadn't started it and kept it going the way he did and taught both of them how to do it. You got to have a lot of heart and be smart, and all three of them have that.
Congratulations, Mr. Bud and family and company on 50 years.
Congratulations, Bud, on 50 years of progress. Man, we're proud of you.
I wanted to tell them how proud we are and congratulations, and I hope to have many, many more good years.
Congratulations to the 50 years with nice company, and this from Okie Dokie. I hope to be here as long as I can. As long as I live, I'll be here with nice company.
Congratulations from Big Dog to the Nice Company.
To the Knights family, I would like to say congratulations on your 50-year anniversary of being in business. May God continue to bless this Knight family.
Congratulations, Knights Companies on 50 years.
Congratulations on 50 years.
We love y'all.
Congratulations, Papa, and to all of the Knights employees of 50 years in business. It's our intentions to be part of the next 50.